like to call the town board to order. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Frierson?
Here.
Trustee Stackhouse?
Present.
Trustee Fisher?
Here.
Trustee McDowell? Chairman Neal?
Here. Mr. Bremner, would you be willing to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir, very much. Are there any agenda changes for tonight's meeting? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Frierson?
Aye.
Trustee Stackhouse?
Aye.
Trustee Fisher?
Aye.
Chairman Neal?
Aye. Item number 5, are there any citizens' comments this evening? No? Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to item 6, approval of the minutes of the regular meeting held on April 15th, 2025 at 6:00 p.m. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion, second. Any discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Frierson?
Aye.
Trustee Stackhouse?
Aye.
Trustee Fisher?
Aye.
Chairman Neal?
Aye. Item 7, authorized bills for payment. Trustee Fisher.
Yes, I would ask for approval to pay total bills for April in the amount of $132,260.15.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Frierson?
Aye.
Trustee Stackhouse?
Aye.
Trustee Fisher?
Aye.
Chairman Neal?
Aye. Item 8, receive and place on file the 2024 Zion Township Annual Financial Report. You will find that in the annual report that you have. The actual third to the last page has the annual financial report attached inside of it. But I just want to share with everybody the, so every year for years we've been putting together an annual report, and I just want to give a huge shout out to Sandra Usher for the work that she does to pull this off. She makes us look so good. And then as well with the, on the 2 back pages, all of the programs and services that we do, that's actually Adriana Ortiz's area of expertise, and that I don't know very many townships that track all of these different items so that people can know exactly what we're doing. But it really does give us a picture from year to year of the services and what we're able to provide. And so I just want to thank my team for working so hard to capture this information. And it's really fun, you know, because the year goes by so fast when we have to stop and take a look back at all we've accomplished in the year. It's really nice to have a picture of that. So I don't think we need to do a vote. We're just placing it on file, correct?
No, we should.
Okay. So clerk, please call the roll.
No, we didn't have
So
it.
moved.
Oh, wait.
Second.
Oh, okay. Motion is second. Clerk, please call the roll now.
Trustee Frierson?
Aye.
Trustee Stackhouse?
Aye.
Trustee Fisher?
Aye.
Chairman Neal?
Aye. Yes, sir. Sandra's got one for you, or you can, I've got one too. You can have mine. So I'll make sure you get this. Sure. So item 9 is the thing that we're really excited about. So I have been the township supervisor for 24 years, and I didn't think I would make it 4 years, to be honest. But when I had 4 years, Adriana Ortiz came and joined our team as the receptionist. And since then, she has taken leaps and bounds in our office, and I just want to find something that I want to say. So, Adriana, would you please come to the podium, please? And I want to welcome her family. We've got her entire family here with her. So I just want to say in front of the board, Adriana is one of the most thoughtful, capable, and impactful leaders I've ever worked with. She brings heart, strategy, and follow through to everything she touches. Whether it's launching the senior support group, transforming our summer work program, or building partnerships across the county, she shows up fully with purpose and care. What I love most about her what if, what I love most is her what if I can mindset. What if we can mindset. It's both, right? She lives a what if I can and what if we can. And just to interject in there that she couldn't do any of it without her family. Her family is by far her greatest team, and and I'm so grateful that she has two incredible daughters, Angela, right, and Natalie, that back her up and are her biggest cheerleaders, because that means everything. When she took on the role as the general assistance case manager, first she applied for the position, I told her absolutely not, because she was so sweet and so kind, and I knew that position would change her. And so I said, you need to go home and talk to your husband Hector and make sure he's ready for what will happen. And look at what happened. But she has risen to the challenge in ways that I couldn't even imagine. And so just to continue on, she doesn't just see problems, she sees possibilities. People trust her because she listens deeply, sees the whole person, and gets things done. So I would like to announce, you don't know this, as of today, we'll be promoting you to the Chief Program Officer. It's not only well-deserved, it's an obvious next step. So she had asked for another title, and she...
And I thought you were ignoring me.
I was ignoring you, yeah, I was ignoring you. So I just want to say that on behalf of the Township Board, thank you for your service. So, yeah. And then you are saying a few words.
I actually wrote a speech because you told me I had to.
I
so
did,
I
you
did,
did.
and I'm gonna read it just because I took the time.
Yes, to put it together, but first let's give you this, and this is a letter for you to read later, and then.
Thank you. Oh, wow.
It says 20 years of service, Adriana Ortiz, with gratitude for your dedication to Zion Township, 2005 to 2025.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Wow.
Sherry, can we get the whole family up here?
Yeah, why don't we, at the end of the meeting, why don't we do
At
that?
the end of the meeting, you sure?
Yeah.
But stand over, just in case I don't get it, just stand over.
Are you planning on staying?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
You
sure.
wanna stand, yeah, just in case I don't get it?
Sure. You'll get it done.
We did too, right there. A nice closer, right there. Thank you.
Well, thank you. It's been 20 years, 2 decades, and it hasn't been easy, but you know, everything I do it with passion. And I think when I came to the township is when I found, or I discovered my gift of helping people and leadership. So, and I have worked for a woman that, you know, she's all about moving forward, you know, about what else can you do, and you know, she has given me the freedom to implement processes and programs that, you know, at the end of the day, we're serving the community. And I know she deeply cares about the community, and we have that in common. So she allows me to do it, we implement it, we bring it, and then again, the community is the one that benefits from it. But I did write a speech, it's quick. And I wrote it, I guess, to reflect back in the last 20 years. I wrote a letter to my 15-year-old self, because that's when I came to this country. And I was so scared. It was a foreign country for me, and so now, you know, I'm here today in front of you, celebrating my 20 years at Zion Township. So, let me read this to you. Dear Adriana, you may be a little unsure where life will take you right now. You have a slight fear because your parents brought you to a foreign country and you left your friends and family behind. You're scared. Don't want to go to high school because of the language barrier, and I wish to return home. So let me tell you something that I hope will give you peace. You're going to be okay. In fact, you're going to be more than okay. You're going to do something meaningful with your life, I promise. You will find a job where you will build a career and discover your gift of helping others and in leadership. You start at Zion Township as a receptionist. You'll probably laugh if I told you that answering phones and greeting people at the front desk will be the beginning of something incredible, but it was. You're all about learning, and I had a great mentor who shows you the basics of
office work. You do this job for a while where you learn about what Township does, and you pick up an interest in case management after helping translate for a Spanish-speaking client. You then apply for the case manager position. Although you not get it at the first try, you ultimately get it. Once in this position, you exceed expectations and set a new performance standard. You restructure existing programs, implement efficient processes, and develop comprehensive policies and procedures. Additionally, you identify and create opportunities to integrate other county programs, resulting in significant program expansion and benefiting the Zion community. In this role, you experience significant growth, not only in your professional skills, but also in your confidence and as a leader and decision maker. As time passes, the growing demands of the role lead to creating a leadership position, and you're entrusted with this responsibility. In this position, you get to work with an amazing, diverse group of women, and together, you make an impact on the Zion community, assisting clients in different areas of their lives. However, the journey doesn't end there. This role is a gateway to multiple leadership opportunities, further advancing your career and expanding your impact within Zion Township and Lake County. In this position, you find yourself on the Latino board and other committees, in rooms you never imagined you'd be invited into, sitting next to people making decisions that affect our whole community and in Lake County. And you know what? You don't sit quietly. You speak up. You bring ideas. You fight for what matters, for programs that will help people, for voices that aren't always heard, for real lasting impact. You foster valuable collaborations that bring additional resources to the community, establishing yourself as an expert in your field. Your expertise is recognized beyond Zion Township, and other townships invite you to train their staff. You also take the initiative to bring case managers together from various Lake County townships, creating collaboration and mutual support opportunities. You're honored with the Township Officials of Illinois Case Workers Award for your outstanding contributions. And the most beautiful part, you see the difference you make, not just in the workplace, but in the community. You have a great future. You're going to work hard, yes. You're going to get knocked down a few times. You're going to feel unsure of yourself more than once. But you're going to keep going. And each step, even the ones that you feel small or ordinary, will carry you forward. And guess what? Not only you do graduate from high school, but you demonstrate a strong commitment to your professional and personal growth by returning to school as an adult. In 2016, you earned your associate degree in human services, and in August 2025, you will graduate with a bachelor's degree in organizational leadership, further enhancing your expertise and leadership capabilities. So if I could sit across from you right now, 50 years old, full of questions and hope and doubts, I'll say this. When you feel everything is hard and the challenges are coming your way and you feel you can't do it, think of this. What if you could? The receptionist job is your beginning, and beginnings matter. The late nights doing homework, the tough clients, the community meetings when you wonder if anyone is listening, they matter too. They shape you. They remind you who you are. 20 years later, I'm standing here, not just proud of what I have accomplished, but proud of what I have become. And it all started with you. So thank you for dreaming. Thank you for pushing through. Thank you for being brave enough to take the first step. So this is my story. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you very, very much. It is a delight getting to witness, like, you're getting front row seat to your life and your family.
And my family.
And your family.
Huge supporters.
Yes.
Without them, I couldn't have done this. So.
No, that's an understatement.
Yep.
So thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Ortiz family, very much.
Thank you.
Wow. So next I would like to introduce Erica Delgado. If you could please come up. Erica was the choice for the licensed clinical social worker position that we filled with the opening when we expanded the position. And if you would just introduce yourself and why you took this job.
Yeah, so my name is Erica Delgado. I'm a licensed clinical social worker. The past 5 years I've been working in private practice, so I spend a lot of time diagnosing clients, specializing in OCD, anxiety, treating trauma. Honestly, like one thing I told a lot of my coworkers is I have my master's degree, but I actually applied for my master's degree as a joke. And didn't think I was gonna get in. As a first generation student, we never really dreamed of having a master's degree. I was the first one in my family to receive it, and then I eventually went into therapy. I received a full ride scholarship for working with the underserved community while I was getting my graduate degree. I thought I wanted to stay in private practice for a really long time because I was really loving it, and then I got the honor to meet Sherry at the Zany and the Monarch Festival and really connected, and I was hearing so much about the services that were being provided at the township, and I really fell in love with everything that they do there. Because I know ever since I started going to school, just my focus has always been, how do I help people? You know, it was always that question, what do I do? How do I help them? And becoming a social worker has been such a blessing to me because I feel like I am where I'm supposed to be right now. And just spending these last 3 weeks at the township has really been eye-opening, and I feel like I'm going to be able to grow so much more as a social worker and be able to bring, hopefully many mental health programs or ways to bring our community together in terms of that. So honestly, I'm just really excited to be working for the community where I graduated from, where I was pretty much raised, and now I'm back here. So I honestly just thank everybody for where I'm at right now. Allowing me to do this.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yay. Are there any questions for Erica?
Yes.
No questions?
No.
Okay, thank you very
Thank you
much.
guys so much.
If you guys will stick around, we can do a group picture. I just want to, Laura is from Partners for Affordable Housing of Lake County and has been an incredible partner and wanted to come tonight in recognition of Adriana as well. So thank you for being here, Laura. Very cool.
From the office straight here.
Literally, thank you. Okay, moving on, the next item on the agenda is the item around Zion Beyond Barriers Coalition. And last night we had the cleanup for Esther's Well and the next steps for that. And I was looking back at my notes that night, and at that time I had made a commitment that Esther's Well had not been accessible for all, and so in my talk I said we will be meeting with interested residents that are the situation affected with Esther's Well to not only get their input but also take a broader look at what other oversights we have in our community that need to be addressed. And so for the last year since that happened, we've been meeting every 6 weeks. But then I stopped meeting with everybody because one of the commitments was that we would make Zion Township's building accessible. And because the doors aren't, I had put off meeting. And so unfortunately during that time, we lost our biggest cheerleader and the individual that was the precipice for us making these changes, Felicia Lewis. Just an incredible advocate and warrior in our community. And So at our last meeting, Debbie Pocky spoke up and said we need to make this real as a group moving forward and start to build on it. And so we came up with a name, Zion Beyond Barriers Coalition, and Debbie offered to be the chair of the organization. And as you can see in your notes, just to really build community and provide advocacy and education as well as other things. So. I would love to have a vote of confidence from the board to move forward with this coalition. Cheryl, I don't know if we need a vote, but I would like to have one if we could. Is there a motion for us to launch the Zion Beyond Barriers Coalition as stated in the notes?
So moved.
Second?
I guess I have a question. Is this going to be sponsored through the township, or I'm missing that connection?
Yes, it will be a team under the township, yes.
Second.
Seconded by trustee Frierson. Any other discussion?
So I just have one question.
Yes.
Celebrate superpowers.
Yes.
What is superpowers?
One of the things that the individuals that were at the meeting were talking about is so often people see them in a wheelchair. They see them, they don't recognize that everybody has superpowers, right? And that we would begin to like tap into and help each other to find their superpowers and celebrate those instead of being disabled. Right? So like Felicia so well did. She was definitely a superpower woman.
Okay,
And so, thank you for asking that.
you're welcome.
Any other discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Ryerson?
Aye.
Trustee Stackhouse?
Aye.
Trustee Fisher?
Aye.
Chairman Neal?
Aye. Next item is the taxi ticket discussion and allocation. Ms. Usher.
Previously shared, we effectively started the, transportation tax card. I did put a sheet on each of your, in front of each of you. So we are starting with a budget of, $3,000 transferred into the PEX card account. And this does include a $250, setup fee and 100, cards. Zion Township, the actual, budget that we had allocated was $4,500. And each seniors will, get $25 loaded onto their card, and up to the $25, each requested month. We will review in 6 months and make any necessary, changes, and also if we need to adjust it, we did, have the Pay Style Ride line still available to use for transportation. And this is what the actual card is going to look like.
Nice.
Awesome, thank you. So additionally, I checked with the Park District and we provide funding for them to do shopping for seniors and they pick them up at their residence. And they do it the first and the third Tuesday of the month. And last year they had 117 seniors that took advantage of that. And so that will be part of our strategy to make sure that all of the seniors that call for transportation know about that service as well. So currently they were paying $750 per ride. And we were covering half of that expense. And so now what we opted to do is that we thought 3 rides at $750 a piece was about $21, right? And $22.50. So we rounded it to 25, thinking that that would actually help with their situation. So Waukegan Township has been doing it for quite a while, and they only say really, really good things about this program.
So did the taxi company get in compliance with the city that you're gonna be using for the seniors?
No, we did talk to the taxi company about becoming an Uber driver.
Oh.
Because the reason they only have 1 car and the insurance is too expensive, and that's why they were out of compliance with the city. And so she was doing it more as a ministry than she was as a business because of the high expenses for having the business.
Okay.
And so, yeah, so it was a really good conversation. Do we have to put that in the minutes? If I say it, does it have to? I'll share it with Linda, that's okay. Right?
Yeah.
And then, no, okay, I don't know that, because we're staying within the budget, I think this is more just information than it is, than anything we have to vote on.
Correct.
Correct.
Perfect, okay. CJ updates.
On April 30th, we submitted our first report in the amount of $166,883, and this covers services from July 1st, 2024 to March of this year. And the next report is going out, due in July, and will cover April 1 through June 30th.
Awesome. Thank you for keeping up on that. I'm looking forward to a meeting with the city administrator to figure out how we do the next steps with that as we transition into the abatements process, as we get the funds. Awesome. Thank you. Next item, assessor's report.
Good evening. So I want to start off giving you guys an update on some of the things that we
No, go ahead.
are doing in our office. for 2024, we did a total of roughly 900 exemptions for as far as we could tally. That's exemption applications of all kinds. With the values going up and tax bills going up a lot, more people are becoming educated on the different forms of tax relief through the exemptions. And so we had, roughly 900 exemption applications that were completed in our office for taxpayers here. And year to date, I've had 299, and then I was corrected by my staff that it's about 397. So we're almost at half of what we did last year. And I know that more people are becoming educated on it because we're getting the word out more, talking to more people. I'm sure that number will definitely be right about the same as last year, if not more. One in reference to exemptions, I am working with the Township, the supervisor's office, with the staff there to be able to reach the Latina community, because there are a lot of new residents, new homeowners that are that don't have at least a general homestead, which is the basic one that everyone has when it is your primary residence. And I want to make sure that we are reaching that community. So doing that training so that we can have a big workshop, and they're going to help to translate and explain everything. So I'm doing a little bit of training with them so they can learn a little bit more about what we do to be able to translate and feel comfortable with what they're speaking on. So, just trying to make sure that everybody is getting their just due on the tax relief through exemptions. And then also, I just roughly pulled together, because I'm a little excited about give an update on the new construction. So we have 5 properties that have closed year to date in Shepherd's Crossing subdivision. That was in subdivision that is doing the second phase, completing the second phase of their of that subdivision. And we have 2 that are listed. They have been completed and they're listed, but they just haven't gotten a contract and sold yet. And so that makes the 5 that sold this year makes a total of 15 that have been sold in that community to year to date. And we have 5 other new construction that was on Gilboa and on Lydia. So we have a total of 22 new construction properties that have been completed so far. And so we're excited about the new construction and looking forward to, getting the rest of them sold and having more homeowners in the community. Moving along to other news, the tax bills are out, and the first installment is due on June the 6th. And there is no fee for you to pay by e-check, online, or by phone. I ask that you reach out to the Lake County Treasurer's Office or on their website for more information. They can tell you all locations, and they may have them listed on their website. We do not accept payments in our office. So that's why we ask you to reach out to the Treasurer's Office, because they're the ones that send you the bills, and they're the ones that have the locations, and they can give you all the parameters, of the forms of payment that you may want to use or be eligible to use. I brought some handouts and I put them back there on the wall, and they give an explanation of the tax bill calculation that you can have for your review or for your records. It kind of breaks it down. It's color coded. We try to make sure that it's is laid out to where it's not hard to understand, and you can follow the numbers, follow the lines, follow the colors. If you have any questions, once you look at it, just give us a call. We'll be glad to explain it to you. We just want to make sure that everybody totally understands the tax bill and the difference in taxation versus valuation and all those good things. In the community, we participated in a virtual property tax town hall with State Representative Joyce Mason and City Administrator David Nabel and Zion's Mayor Billy McKinney to explain the valuation process and provide clarification on the siege grant funds that are due for tax relief. A lot of people were thinking that they were going to get it on and see it on their tax bill this year, and so we wanted to make sure that we explained the whole process and let them know that, you know, that they are due to be on next year's bill. So more to come on how that's going to be broken down, what that's going to look like. I have not gotten that information. That is something that I would have to discuss with the county and the treasurer's department, because they're the ones that would actually, you know, have that information, because they calculate the bills and things. And so more to come on that. But it was a great informational session. We had about, I want to say, roughly 5 to 7 people on there. Unfortunately, we really wish we would have had a lot more, but for those that showed up, they had good questions. We were able to answer and give clarification, and we thank them for joining. It was not recorded. I'm sorry. It was a live, and so, you know, hopefully we can do more things like that in the future. I know in my office we will be doing, we will hold more workshops in the future to be able to explain these things to you as well. Lastly, our office will be closed on Monday for Memorial Day, May 26th, and that is all the information I have. You're welcome.
Any questions? Awesome.
Nope.
Thank you so
Okay.
much. Okay, next item is supervisor's report. Just a few things. We will be closed on May 26th also for the holiday, but we're also going to be closed on May 28th. We normally have our staff retreat in January, but we wanted to wait until the change happened, and we had Erica on our team before we did that, so we'll be taking advantage of that time. Senior Resource Expo was awesome. Again, Sandra leading it with our team. We had 200 seniors, we had 60 exhibitors, and just a really positive event. Summer work program is kicked off. We're looking at 38 youth this summer. I got to help interview. I cannot tell you how excited I am. The kids that I got to interview were they're just so sharp. And I got a thank you letter from one of the kids in an email, and just a lot of good junior ZBLA participants, I'm
Awesome.
sure. So excited for that. And then zinnia seeds are available at Zion Township, at City Hall, at the library, in the Park District. It is our hope that every household will plant zinnias in their front yard, participating to help make Zion the zinnia capital of Illinois, and also to enter the best front yard contest. Also, thank you to Everardo Samano and Juan Orozco, Acosta and Sons Lawn and Garden, and Arzmende Landscaping for being the pilot team to plant zinnias along Sheridan Road. So working with the city on that. I know it's a little bit of a headache for them, but I'm really grateful that they take the time to help us figure this out, because I think it could be a really positive thing. And then last but not least, the Zinnia and Monarch Festival in Bees 2. Erica Delgado is one of the co-chairs. She took that on before she knew she was going to be working at Zion Township, along with Erica Denny. And we already have 62 vendors and a long wait list of vendors that want to be there. When I did my board report, we had $3,350 in sponsorship. We now have $4,850 in sponsorships. We also have the Zion District 6 students creating art pieces to showcase at the festival. And then it's our hope that the businesses will then showcase their favorites of the kids at their establishments. So we also, I was remiss in adding this, we had Rebuilding Together last Saturday in April, and 3 Zion houses got incredible upgrades. One of them, they're still working on it because it was much more complicated than they thought. But I would really, really like to work with the city on how we double the number of houses next year. I would love to have at least 6 houses that we can work on. And that's all I have, except for I have the very first thing on my board specific issue, swearing in of Supervisor Sherry Neal by Adriana Ortiz. We didn't do the swearing in part. Can we do that now? Is that part of the meeting, or do we do it after the meeting, or before? Yeah.
I should have done it at the beginning.
We should, I know, yeah. So it made it to my board report, it didn't make it to the agenda. So
Oh, something.
If we can, do we do that during the meeting, Cheryl, or after we adjourn?
No, it should be during the meeting.
Okay, awesome. So we will do the swearing in, and then after that, we have Oliver's Muffins and Lemonade for everybody to be able to celebrate. Take one, put one in your pocket for later, because they're that good. And it's my honor, twice in a row. So 4 years ago, I had Adriana swear me in. She and I are both notaries, so she is legally allowed to do swearings in of elected officials. And so I am thrilled that she's here tonight to be able to do that honor again. So then we'll adjourn, and Tibby, you can do your picture. And so I'm sure Cheryl is getting that. In the meantime, I'll come down there because I'm sure you have to go. This one.
So do I get a script?
Yeah, she's getting it. Then this is your box for.
Oh, yes.
Thank you for that. And if I could have Sandra and Erica come up and join too, and I just went in because I'm just starting the community, I'm swearing in that I will uphold the, with my team and doing the best work that we can. So.
Congratulations, Carol.
Thank you. You're Stevie.
How many?
20.
That's what I said, 20. Where do you want to fit?
Oh, sure. Oh, you know what? Go on, give those kids come in while we're waiting. Yeah. Do your family picture, okay?
Way up behind.
Yeah. Definitely a family picture.
No, let me move out the way.
Yeah, I'll go here.
Can we see that plaque?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go. Right there, take a couple. Get one, right there, one more, right there. Another one, the big one grins. Right there.
Okay, hold up, let's do one switch. So you two switch?
Switch?
Yeah,
Oh,
switch
like that?
sides.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, come here. There you go, come on this side, so that you get one with your family, all of your family, not me in the middle. Okay, can we do one more? There you go.
Right there, right there. One more, right there, right there. Perfect.
Thank you.
Wait, do one more
Just the
without,
family?
yeah.
Just the family?
Yeah.
Okay, right there, right there. There, one more right there. Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Very good. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hang on, I'm gonna bring them all up, and we'll do the swearing in, so they'll all be together. Okay. You'll run it through this?
Yeah, we have to get the American flag in the background.
Oh, so you want to start here, and then Adriana, yeah, we'll do the swearing in, right? She's a notary.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. I guess I failed to compete.
Is the camera, give me which camera is it on? Is it on there?
That was still on. I got it hanging right there.
Okay, good, so
Are you gonna do this?
yeah, but the camera's facing right here.
Oh,
Well, I can
So
say,
you
go
start-
ahead.
Yeah, come this
Okay.
way.
with this? Okay. This is for you to read,
Just say
or do
repeat
I
after me, or?
Yes.
repeat after me?
Wait,
Oh.
Raise your right hand.
You have to
Oh, raise your right hand and repeat after me.
okay.
I, Sherry Neal,
I, Sherry Neal,
having been elected to the office of the Township Supervisor
having been elected to the office of the Township Supervisor
in the Township of Zion in the County of Lake,
in the Township of Zion in the County of Lake,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of said office
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of said office
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Amen.
All of us touch it. Very good.
And then I'm assuming you sign
And I'll
that.
second this. Thank you. Make sure everybody gets muffins to celebrate all of the goodness. Okay. And I think that's all we have. We can just adjourn the meeting.
Yeah.
Is there anything else to come before the township board this evening? Nothing? nothing. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Second. Motion is second. Any discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Carson?
Aye.
Trustee Stackhouse?
Aye.
Trustee Fisher?
Aye.
Chairman Lee.
Aye. Meeting adjourned.
All right, all right.